What's going on, everyone? TallenV back here, and today we are going to be talking about all of the juicy information we just got from the live stream over here in Japan regarding the new Dragon Ball app game, the Dragon Ball Legends. Now, people have obviously been making videos on this already. I didn't want to make a video on that because I was just like, well, by the time I actually could get off of work and make the video and everything, I was like, the stream's about to happen. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to wait for the stream, see what happens, and then that will be posted down in the link description below because I did that over on Twitch. I can't post it on YouTube for 24 hours after the stream ended, but I did want to make a video on the stuff that I saw. I found a bunch of pictures and everything that I took screenshots of, and so that will be posting up on the screen as you currently see it. But we're going to go over some of the details that we found because this game, there's one thing that concerns me about it, and I'll get to that in a minute, but overall, it is looking like a really cool game, at least, you know, look-wise and everything like that. So let's get into the basics right now. So first off, if you did not catch my stream, basically what happened is that the guys who like to stream all the V-Jump stuff and they talk about a lot of Dragon Ball information and everything like that, they did a stream today because today was actually a holiday in Japan with the, you know, producers and one producer and one developer over on the Dragon Ball Legends game. And in fact, it was the same people that were from the Google event over when Google was doing a little like conferencing or something like that. So the guy who actually played the woman in Japan now was on this stream explaining the game and the mechanics and everything like that. And then actually they like Skyped or lined or something like that with her boss over in California at like 4:30 in the morning, and then they played a few rounds together and everything like that. So that was pretty cool to watch and everything. So the basic premise of the game is that it is supposed to be on a phone, obviously. The phones, by the way, real quick, they seem to need to be pretty powerful. Based off of what like Fortnite has going on right now, Fortnite cannot run on, at least on the iOS side of things, cannot run on a 5, a 6, and a 6 Plus, okay? Or I guess that's technically a 5S. So 5S, 6, or 6 Plus. Fortnite cannot run on that. So I'm going to assume, right now at least, that maybe Legends is kind of the same idea. Again, not really sure. And Android, I'm sure there's a vast majority of phones that maybe it'll work with, maybe it won't work with. I'm not really sure. So, but anyway, so when they started the game up and everything like that, they, you know, kind of showed us the same trailers that we've been seeing already and everything like that, which, you know, we'd expected, right? They're going to show off the same trailers that we've already been seeing across the internet and that Bandai officially released this morning and everything like that. But one thing that they did show us, they showed us like this little training mode. They kind of show you how to do, you know, a kind of basic way to play the game. So if you guys don't know, obviously, again, it is it's supposed to be, you know, I guess advertised as a one-handed, one-touch/swipe game that you can just jump in, have in your hand like this, and just do like swipe, touch, 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 and you can literally battle people in Dragon Ball. Now, I'm going to get into this here in a second about why I feel like it's, you know, obviously limitations of the hardware and everything like that, but I'm a little nervous about it, but we'll get into that in just a second. But anyway, so they did a little tutorial, basically, and funny enough, it was Goku versus Broly. And so basically what happens is that if you swipe forward, then your character will move towards the character you're fighting. If you swipe back, you're going to move backwards, okay? Not up or down. It's funny because you're flying the entire time, but you're never actually going really up or down. It was always side to side or front and back from what I could personally see. So unless, of course, your move itself moves you down somehow or something like that. So anyway, so doing those swiping motions did that. Swiping side to side was doing kind of like a dash to the side, or I think if you simply hold it over a bit, it would just simply kind of float you to the side a bit like that. If you are close to the opponent, tapping on the screen will do a couple of like punches and kicks essentially. If you are further away from them, tapping the screen will actually use energy blasts, and then actually using energy blast uses up a gauge, which would be your energy gauge, like every single Dragon Ball Z game basically has. Then, if you would hold down on the screen, so if you're a decent distance away from the person that you're fighting, and you hold down on the screen, so you tap the screen, you hold it there, you'll actually charge your ki. That's pretty cool. I'm all for that. And then the cards that you saw kind of on the bottom that you've seen in the trailers already and everything are basic combos and abilities and everything like that. I know like one for Pan had her being able to heal herself. Another one was just doing a basic like 2-hit combo with a ki blast from the stream that we are watching. And then another one was like using Kamehameha and everything like that, okay? So then after that, they decided to do the battle with the guy over in California and then the woman, one of the developers and everything like that, on the stream over here in Japan. And with the, you know, so they're just doing their battle thing like that, and I think she got a cheap movement on him because he beat her in the live stream from Google and everything like that. That was pretty funny to watch. But one thing that they were talking about was something called like a rising rush or rising dash or something like that. And from what I could see is that there are, you somehow, like each card has like Dragon Ball levels or something like that, or there are Dragon Ball levels somehow mixed together with the cards. Again, look back on the stream because it was explained, I explained it along with Ken, one of my friends, and Mayo was actually in there as well. We were able to explain it a teeny bit better, but again, we'll have to get our hands on it and actually try this out. But from what I'm trying to remember just really off the top of my head right now is that, you know, based on the cards that you have at the time and then like the Dragon Ball level or something like that, it was really weird. Basically what you get this rising dash or rising rush or whatever it's called, and it basically allows you to do this huge super move, and if you have like your partners that are still together or still alive, then you actually do like a triple beam combo type thing. So if you guys didn't know, basically you have 6 characters that you can pick from when fighting somebody, and then you pick 3 of those characters to actually go do the fighting. By the way, it seems to be the friend list is actually somewhat a lot better than Dokkan, because you actually will add people and then you can like send basic messages to be like, hey, I want to fight you, and it will show them like online and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. So anyway, so like, and then so if you're fighting and then you have all 3 people there like still on your team that are alive, then all 3 of them will do a blast. Or if one of them's dead but then 2 are still alive, like for example in the stream they had Piccolo and I think it was General Tao or something like that. They both fired off a beam or something. No, wait, hang on. It was Piccolo and the brand new character actually, and I'm gonna get into the brand new character here in just a second. So anyway, then after that, they decided to show off there are 3 modes. There are 3 modes that you can go and do about. There is a story mode, an original story, okay, and that's where that character on the promotion art screen comes into play. His name is Karato, or Carrot, if you want to directly translate it. Actually, technically, Carrot has 2 meanings in Japanese. There's one way to say carrot that actually doesn't sound like carrot, and then there's Karato, which, you know, so assuming he's named off of the, you know, the orange vegetable that we all maybe know and love, I guess. His name is Carrot, bottom line, and he is part of this original story. It looks to maybe be something that has to do with Universe Sand 6 armor, technically maybe Universe 7, but back in time, because one of the currency in the game is called like chrono crystals or something like that, and a lot of people are speculating that chrono, meaning time essentially, maybe this has to do again with some kind of original time story like travel story. It even showed Broly in there with Goku obviously, you know, facing him and stuff like that, along with Carrot. So that was kind of interesting to see. Again, we'll have to get more details. Didn't really give us much. Second is going to be events. There are story events that are going on that you can go ahead and go through, and they'll have like animated scenes and stuff like that. Some people are kind of hoping that maybe this is a way to do kind of raids and stuff like that, kind of like what you do in Xenoverse. It'll be interesting to see. I don't know if that is the case. Again, there's a lot of details that they kept hush-hush about, but at least we got to see that right there. And then the final part is the PvP, where you can like add friends and stuff like that. I'm assuming there's gonna be some kind of matchmaking if you need to, if you don't have any friends to fight against and everything. But it is cool to see that there is a friend system, at least, that you can add friends and you can be like, hey, I'm gonna send you a message saying, hey, I want to fight, you know, now or in 30 minutes or whatever. So that was pretty cool to see. The online part of it looked pretty seamless, like in terms of connections and everything, and we saw that from the Google Play event and everything like that. But one thing that kind of worries me is, again, I think it's more the movement and the motion and everything like that. You know, using your finger to do everything from swipe to blast and everything like that. And if there is any input lag at all, or any amount of type of lag when it comes to that kind of stuff, you know, like, because there was a part where it was showing, like, there's actually a clip over on the Bandai Namco UK channel. I'll leave a link in the description below. It's just like 10 seconds of gameplay or something like that. But there is a part where you see Goku charging up, and then he goes into a side dash to, you know, to dodge Krillin's attack. But the meter where it shows up, because whenever you do these special side dashes or dash behind somebody, essentially, it will use up your key meter, which you would expect from any kind of Dragon Ball game. But when he did that, it took a while for that to move. So I don't know if that was just simply the bar itself moving to wait until the move was actually done. But overall, it did seem like there was a little bit of lag in there. And again, I don't know how early of a version of that game was from that gameplay and everything like that. Hard to say. I'm not going to judge the game and say, oh man, it's crap because it did that one slow motion move and everything like that. That's just my little bit concern. I'm always concerned when it comes to these type of 3D games. You guys know me that I wasn't the biggest fan of a 3D style, you know, arena thing where it's like Xenoverse. I'm not saying Xenoverse is a bad game by any means, just simply not something I'm a huge fan of. That's why I prefer more the 2D fighter like fighters. But this does look interesting. So I'll be interested to see though what they're gonna do. So, and then after that, they did some of the online battles, and then finally they got to show us the character box essentially, and you can, you know, sort it by characters or by rarities and things like that. So there are rarities in the game. From what I could see, there are 3 types of rarities so far that they showed us, and there were hero rarities, extreme rarities, and sparking rarities. Now it's funny because some of the villain cards had hero rarities, so it's not like in Dokkan where you have hero types and extreme types. This is like a hero rarity can be many different things. Like Dodoria was a hero rarity, and then a sparking rarity had like a Goku in there and a Pikkon. Actually, the Pikkon art was freaking gorgeous. And then there was extreme rarities. Extreme was kind of in the middle, again sparking at the top still. But anyway, so they showed off like different arts and everything, and then depending on the character and the card, you can do certain motions to then activate these like extra cool effects on the card itself. Like for Pan, for example, they had it where you could actually take your phone and rotate it to the side, and there are Dragon Balls that are on the side and behind her, and they will actually move in real time. Or if you just swipe down, the Dragon Balls will swipe down, then back up, and there's a side and everything like that. Nappa, if you actually take your 2 fingers and you actually do his little move where he does, you know, this thing, it will actually animate the card and everything. It was really cool to see. So, and then like with Genkidama Goku, which is the Spirit Bomb Goku, you like hold it down on the thing, and it actually starts to gather the energy of the Spirit Bomb, which is pretty cool to see. Mayo, my friend, was freaking out like no tomorrow over on Discord while I was streaming, translating this. So yeah. But again, other than that though, the last bit of the information details was the fact that there are 2 sessions of a closed beta going on Android right now only. No word on it they'll do an iOS version. I don't think so. They're really heavily going with the kind of like the Android promotion event for this. So anyway, so if you go to their main webpage and then you click on that red tab kind of on the middle of the screen on the right side, you can say, you know, you want to try and sign up for the closed beta, and it's going to give you timetables of when the 2 sessions are, and then you just got to simply input like your Gmail account or something like that, and then they'll, you know, obviously send you an email if you get picked. The first one is for 10,000 people. The second session is for 30,000 people, which is pretty cool. I'm hoping this does really well. The only thing we didn't really see though is what the currency is going to be for, and what, you know, what exactly we will use that currency for, because there are characters, so you're thinking, okay, there's gonna be some kind of summon aspect to it, or maybe there will be a summon aspect to try and get, you know, clothing or something like that, because there were like different colors and everything. There was a moment where they're having a battle and one person had Pikkon and the other person had Pikkon, and so one of the people had different colors for Pikkon's costume and everything like that. So we don't know if maybe the crystals are meant to buy that, you know, particular costume, if they have both a shop and a gacha thing, where maybe if you don't care what you get and you simply just want to summon, and you've got a chance to at least get one extreme rare or a hero type or a sparking type of card that will either be a costume or a character card. We don't know any of those details or anything like that, so we'll have to see exactly what's going to happen there. But lots of information from that little stream, even though it didn't look like it at first. It was definitely worth it to stay up and stream for that. So I hope you guys got to see it. If you did not, I'll post a link, like I said before, in the description below that takes you over to Twitch. And then after 24 hours of that stream happening, I will also post it on YouTube for in case you guys, you know, Twitch doesn't really work for you or whatever the case may be, so that you guys can go ahead and check it out. I do apologize though for the sound quality a little bit. And then I don't know if it was my internet or on their side. It might have been on my side, but there has been kind of a small windstorm over here. I think that was definitely affecting my Wi-Fi just throughout the whole day. And then trying to stream, and then trying to watch that stream at the same time, and all that is, there were definitely a few parts where it's kind of like loading really slowly and everything like that. But overall, it did work out pretty well. And of course, when I convert it into an MP4 file, it should work out pretty nice. So anyway, guys, that's all the information I have for you right now when it comes to the Dragon Ball Legends game. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. As always, leave a like if you liked the video. Go ahead and check out the video over on Twitch as always, and follow on there as well, because I stream on there as much as I possibly can. Make sure you hit that notification bell here on YouTube so that you see all my videos coming out over the next few weeks. And let me know if you guys want me to cover this game. Just let me know. So we'll have to see. So anyway, guys, again, thanks for stopping by. Until next time, everyone, I'll see you all in the next one.